Todd Schwab is from out the west. He is the vendor for and rep for SGS. Everyone in this room knows what SGS is.
The saltinator.
Saltinator.
I like that. I like that a lot.
If our salt systems fail, we're going to fail as a group. We need to take care of them, and Todd's here to tell us and show us the best possible way to take care of our systems. We have over how many? 5,000 in the field?
5,000 now.
And hope to be 6,000 soon.
Some of you guys might not know this. We didn't mention the other class. We had to prove ourselves, obviously. We knew about some of the challenges in the salt systems that you've had in the past. You guys will have your first 500 units. I think March or April will actually be 5 years old in the field. Okay? So that's pretty, then it goes, from there it goes to 1,500, I think 1,500 the year after that. So you guys are the defense, basically, from having to pay for more units, okay? So what we did was, we got your input, and you're actually very helpful in this video. You might see some hands that you recognize in this video. You helped us with this. But in 3 minutes, we can basically play this video. So those of you, how many have never seen our system work? They know what it is, but they've never actually seen it work. Okay, this 3-minute video will actually show you most of what this system is capable of doing. And then we'll go into the water chemistry and stuff. Real quick, what does this thing do for your company? What is it producing?
Produces chlorine, which has made my job easier.
Saves cost.
Saves cost, there you go. Okay, so what happens if the water chem, I don't really want to talk or teach you much about this. Some of you guys might know more about what goes on in this field than I do. But what's the most important thing you guys need to do to make sure this produces the chlorine?
Clean it.
Clean it. What else is really important? Salt. Just the basic water chemistry, right? If our water chemistry, if you guys go out there, you're not maintaining the water chemistry. This is made of titanium. Believe it or not, these blades are the most expensive part of what this system is. Okay? So if you're not maintaining the water chemistry, what happens? So real quick, when you're in the field, and I know some of you might know this, some of you might not, hopefully you'll get to know it. What chlorine levels are you trying to maintain in your pools? 4,500. Chlorine?
3 to 5.
3 to 5? Okay, that's good. How about pH? What are you looking for?
7, 6.
There are a lot of different levels.
Yeah, it's 7.2 to 7.8.
Okay.
7.6, 8.0.
Do you guys, as Poolman, do you have a role with that?
Well, we got commercial heaters. You got heaters. You want to try to
Right,
keep,
so you want to be a little bit more scale for
it
me.
really depends.
But what's your basic? You should have a range. You can't keep. Okay, good.
7.6.
So as a manufacturer, we're okay the 7.2, 7.6 range. We're fine with that. Okay. We can live slightly higher, slightly lower. Okay. Keep in mind, I gave you on your second page. I just gave you some excerpts of the county and the Arizona codes, and you'll probably see that they have a very similar range. Okay, 7.2 to 7.8. And the reason they have a little bit more variance is, keep in mind, Maricopa County's big. You go out to areas like Rio Verde. You guys do Rio Verde out there? You're dealing with a lot of places with well water out there. So what are you trying to keep your alkalinity at?
80 to 120.
Exit between 120.
Okay, 120. That's a good ideal range. But if you're out in Rio Verde, the reason why Maricopa County, if you actually look, they go to, I believe, 180. Why? Because again, their well water out of the tap can be up near 160 to 180. So again, but all these ranges, exactly where we want to keep our system, okay? So another important thing that you guys deal with, and there's a lot of changes going on with this, is stabilizer. What are you keeping your stabilizer levels at? 100?
70.
70? Okay. So you know, you guys are way ahead of the swing in what's going on in the industry. The industry, if you were up in Northern California, I'm going to talk just about commercial only, because I heard in there you guys are wanting to grow your commercial business. Commercial is leaning towards eliminating stabilizer in pool. Okay? So that creates a real challenge for anybody using 3-inch chlorine tabs, right? Because those 3-inch chlorine tabs, anybody know how much stabilizer is in those 3-inch chlorine tabs?
60%?
Close. About 50%, 50 to 52% of them. So what's the problem with that is, if you're adding a pound of chlorine, you're actually adding a half a pound of chlorine, half a pound of stabilizer. Well, I can tell you, go to Northern California right now, on a commercial pool, 0. Not allowed any stabilizer. I just looked at, I teach CPO all over the country, certified pool operating classes all over the country. We just looked at the new codes for Clark County, which is Vegas, by the way. Those of you who didn't know that, they're going to 0 also. Why? Because the new model health codes are coming out, and model health codes are dictating that we get away from using stabilizer. We get away from, we start adding secondary systems on, UV, ozone, things like that. So the magic number that the government's putting out there is between 40 and 44, okay? So you guys know, it's the worst test we do in the industry, okay? So the test companies are starting to look at that, and I happen to bring a brand new test kit. Those of you who don't know, you guys are leaning towards building commercial. This is the first approved NSF test strip in the market right now. So it eliminates all those issues with the reagents and stuff. But why they're going this direction is the accuracy ratings, because a lot of that's becoming really important. Now, you guys deal with another factor in water chemistry that a lot of companies don't deal with, salt, okay? So what's the salt range, ideally, for the SGS salt system? About 4,000, yeah. Okay? What happens to the blades if you start going down near 1,500? Let's say your pool got a leak, okay? Because salt doesn't go away unless you got a leak, backwash, splash out. Okay, what starts happening to these blades? Okay, so if you go to your pool today, how many actually do pool servicing? Okay, so you go to your pool today, you add a couple bags of salt in there, you go back the next week, right? And the salt's low, who are you calling? Hopefully Matt or Dave, whoever gets those calls. Because if you keep losing salt, there's a problem with that pool. It's also an opportunity for you guys to do what? Sell something, right? Okay. So, because we're all about making money, I hope, including me. Or not losing money by having burnt out cells. So, what I want you to see is, we did something this year a little bit different. Turn to the first page I gave you. And if you notice, that's APSP. They are the body within the industry that sets our ranges. Well, if you look at the ideal ranges, are they not what you guys just called out to me? Right? So as the manufacturers, when they're coming up with these numbers, are they making those things up to make it hard for you guys to maintain it? No, it's all based on ideal ranges. And we have variances. Again, we know that there's well water out there. We know, unfortunately out here, you're dealing with the worst of everything. Bad water, high temperature, or high bather load. If we can get rid of the bathers, actually our pools would do pretty good, but it's just the way it is. So if you look, that's where we get our ranges. And then I gave you, again, you might never use this, but I just wanted you to get an idea when you're being beat on by you need to keep that water chemistry good. It's not something made up. It's because there's codes on the commercial side, there's ideal ranges, and then there's the manufacturers that Matt has to deal with when he says my cell just burnt out, okay? He's got to go to them and say, that first thing they ask is what? What's your water chemistry, correct? So that's all important. So, real quick, I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Raise your hand so we can call on you.
All right. What is one of 6 things that SGS Breeze is concerned about with water chemistry? You can look at your sheets, you can cheat. Go ahead.
The amount of salt in the pool.
There you go. pH. Anything else?
Alkalinity.
Alkalinity. You got an alkalinity here. I heard 2 alkalinities at the same time. Sherman and White. Okay. What else? Something wasn't mentioned.
Chlorine. Calcium hardness.
It's an unusual thing we don't talk about a lot.
Maybe water chemistry.
I didn't mention it. Phosphates. Okay? Anybody know what phosphates do to our blades?
What? Isn't phosphate, isn't that considered food for algae?
Food for algae, I'll give you credit for that. Now I wanna know what does it do for our blades?
Eats a lot.
It sticks to them.
Sticks to them, there you go. It actually forms a coat. So what, if I have a coat of phosphate molecules, let's use it that way, on my blades, what are we hindering them? What are we slowing up? What are we stopping?
The chlorine.
The flow of,
No, what's it creating?
Production, it's the production of chlorine.
There you go, production of chlorine. So if you're near a golf course, anybody ever look at a bag of fertilizer? What do they do to golf courses? They fertilize, right? One of the first ingredients in fertilizer, phosphates. Could be just in the source water itself. Some actually municipalities treat that water with phosphates. Okay. Here's another interesting one. So we talked about pH, we talked about alkalinity. What does alkalinity affect in your pool? Anybody know? I heard pH real quick. Yep, there you go. Gotta raise your hand so this way we know who to give the card to, right? So alkalinity affects pH. I'll give you another odd one. So if alkalinity affects pH, what does pH affect?
water quality.
No, it does, but what does it have a direct effect on? Chlorine. There you go, right here. Chlorine. Okay? Starting to understand why water chemistry is so important? Alkalinity affects pH, affects chlorine. Is that what we're concerned about here? If you guys got to go back in, if our system's not working correctly, what are you guys adding to your pool, by the way?
Salt.
No, what are you adding? We're not producing chlorine. What are you adding?
Acid?
No, we're not producing
Tabs.
chlorine.
Gas.
What are you adding?
Gas burner.
Gas chlorine, chlorine tabs. What is that doing to the profitability of Poolman? They've just invested all this money to produce chlorine. There you go. So you understanding? Alkalinity, pH affects chlorine. That's why we hard on everybody in the industry about following water chemistry, because of the effect of this, the direct cost to, in your case, the Poolman, if we're not maintaining that. What happens, here's another interesting, so we talked about stabilizer. Why is the government so concerned about stabilizer being too high? Anybody know?
They say it's maybe causing cancer. That's what I heard.
It's an old, be careful with that one, somebody gets sued.
But I
on
did hear
that
that.
one. It was, I don't have a lot of time, but it was an old article that was written over 20 years ago. The guy that wrote that actually got sued, had to recant that, so.
All right,
Okay.
just something.
So one more quick question. Who sets, you can look at your sheet, so whoever does it, who sets the ranges within the industry, the manufacturer or
The government.
County.
APS.
APSP sets the, there you got it.
All right, thanks for coming.
You owe him a
You're
call.
going right next.